Hello and welcome to another ENS training video for Picnic. Today we're going to be taking a brief look at the edit window and the number of different editing techniques that we have available to us, including cropping, resizing, image and color adjustments. So first of all, make sure you're signed into your Picnic account, and also please note that this is just a brief overview, so if you're looking for more detailed tutorials on any of the different techniques we've gone through here, you can just simply follow them as links on the enstutorials.com website. So first of all, let's look at uploading an image from our computer. You can do so by either selecting the upload icon here or also upload photos icon right at the right hand side here. Let's select upload. Here you can just simply click on the image you wish to upload. There's a number of different options available here. Let's select open. This will open up your image directly into the edit window, and please note then you will see there's a number of different options and navigations available here. So let's quickly go through all of these. So if you're looking to rotate your image, just select rotate. So if your image you feel is not totally straight on, you can select rotate. The straighten button will readjust your image to the left or the right. Now as the image is directly straight, you can see that by centering this and clicking, this will readjust it slightly in either direction. So if your image is straight, you can just leave it as it is. But if it's slightly off center, you can straighten it using this technique here. To change it to the right, you can also rotate it to the left, or if you want to just turn your image upside down, you can do so here. So all these buttons here, OK, reset and cancel. OK will save your image as it is in this new editing window technique. Reset will just reset it back to its original form, and cancelling will just cancel you out of the editing screen. If you wish to crop an image, you can select crop. So you can see here you can just click and drag, and this will constrain the different properties of your cropping window. So also every time you open up a window, you'll be given some information. So if you ever forget what to do in the different circumstances, you can just follow the different instructions here to the left-hand side of the screen. Let's select cancel. If you want to resize an image, which you probably will want to do considering that your images need to be the same size as the resolution of your screen. So the typical screen resolutions will be 1920 by 1080, 1024 by 768, 1366 by 768, or 1060 by 1020. So you can just simply resize your image here. You will want to unselect this keep constraints proportion, and this will allow you to reset your image to whatever dimensions you would like. So I'm going to set it to 1024 by 768, and that will just simply resize your image, and from there you can select OK, which will keep the new dimensions. Reset will take it back to what it was, and then you can just cancel out. So exposure then will look at the actual amount of light that is falling on your image. So if you wish to increase the amount of light, you can increase your exposure, and if you wish to darken your image, you can also decrease your exposure. You can see here you can change around the different effects. Similarly, contrast will contrast the different tones of your image. So if you wish to have a higher contrast between your different lighting tones, or you can also have a lower contrast, which will just simply create a more duller effect on your image. If you wish to use the advanced techniques, this will open up the highlights and shadow box as well as the histogram. So basically the highlights and shadow technique will look at adjusting light and exposure in your image. So the higher your highlights, the more brighter your image is going to become. And if you want to increase your shadows, that will increase the shadows of your image. So you get different contrasting results here. So your histogram here is basically your graphical representation of the different tonal distributions in your image. So this will show you the details of the highlights and shadows. So on the left-hand side of the histogram represents the black and dark areas, the middle will represent the medium grays, and this will represent the overall lighter tones. So the horizontal axis is the tonal variations, while the vertical is the number of pixels of that particular tone. So for instance, if we increase this brightness here, we can see that we have a lot more going on the right hand side of the screen as this affects the lighter, more whiter tones. And if you decrease the brightness right down, we can see that we have a lot more on the opposite side. So we can see a lot more darker tones here. So if you want to select out of this, you can simply reset and select cancel. If you wish to edit some of the colors in your image, so we can see the different options we have available here. We have saturation and temperature. So saturation refers to the measure of the strength of the color in your photo. So if you want to increase your saturation and increase that color, you can do so by sliding this over to the right. Now if you want to remove all your color altogether, you can simply remove it right up to the left, and this will give you kind of a grayscale black and white image. So temperature here is just another method of exposing the color content and quality of light in an image, and this is measured in a unit called Kelvin. So you can increase the temperature, which will change the overall color balance, and you can decrease it, and you can see that it affects the image in different types of manners. So you can remove yourself out of this by selecting reset and cancel. If you wish to sharpen your image, so sharpening an image will emphasizing different texture and detail on your image. If you feel it might be too fuzzy or something, you can simply click and drag this, and you can see as we drag along it, this detail becomes a lot more sharper. If you want to use the advanced technique, you can select advanced. So by using the radius and strength, you can select the radius of your image. If you want to zoom in, you can select the zoom in button here, and you can see in the corner here, you can readjust the different areas that you wish to sharpen. So if you want to look at sharpening maybe some of the image here, you can simply strengthen this, and you can see the detail becomes a lot more sharper and clearer. So we can reset this and select cancel, and this will bring us back out to the main editing window. We can zoom back out if you want to use any of the zooming features, so bring you back out to your original image. If you wish to use a red eye, for instance, if you have a photograph and you want to change the red eye in it, if for instance someone has a red eye due to different exposure levels, you can simply click on the area. If it's human or if it's an animal, you can simply click on the red eye area, and this will adjust the exposure there. So when you're ready to save all your options, you can simply select save and share. And here you can go ahead and save your number of different options. You can save it as a file name. So when you're saving an image, you must make sure that you save it as a JPEG, as this is the format which is used on your digital signs. So when you're ready to, you can give it a file name and select Save Photo, and this will save it to your computer. So that was just a brief overview on the edit window. So if you wish to go through your library of images, if you've uploaded a number of images and then you're looking to re-edit some of those images you've already uploaded, you can simply go to the library icon along here, select library. Once you have Get from Computer selected, you will see all the different images that you've already uploaded. So if you wish to, for instance, edit this first image here, you can simply select the icon here. Here you will be having the number of different options to edit, delete, email, or save to. So if you want to select edit, this will just reopen up the edit window. So you can undo that, or you can simply go back to your library and re-edit any image you'd like to. So that's pretty easy on how you handle your images. So please stay tuned for some more tutorials on how to edit images in Picnic.